Hey, Bob. What's up, man? How you been, brother? Can you hear me? Is everything working? Wasn't really sure. Haven't done this in so long. I'm not sure if everything's working right. Can you hear me all right? And yes, it has been a while. Ha! Nothing better than chilling, listening to Pink Floyd, man. Sweet. So I did everything right. Normally Ryan sets everything up, so I was a little like worried that I was going to do it right or wrong. So how you been, man? Haven't seen you or talked to you in so long. You doing okay? Had to bear with me. I'm putting my pill cases together. You know, when you get old. StreamYard. Yeah, it took a minute. I had to relog into everything and broken knee. An episode, but back on my broken knee. Dude, how'd you do that, man? Can't be doing any crazy stuff, dude. Gotta stay. I'm missing something. I know I'm missing something in here somewhere. I got some pills in this case. I'm like, dude, I need to get rid of these, man. That's just. Oh, there it is. That's the one I was looking for. So, how'd you break your knee, brother? I'm just stuck at home today. It's cold and rainy and a weed shop. I was. What the heck, bro? Dude, that's horrible. I tell you what, some people are something else, man. That's just. Can't believe that happened to you, brother. I'm sorry to hear that. Especially, I mean, oh yeah, that's one thing, man. I tell you what, the medical bills, that medical industry, man. I tell you what. Oh well, thank goodness. Yeah, Medicare will take care of most of that, won't it? Well, I'm glad to see you're getting back around, man. Like I said, man, we've missed you, brother. Ha! Gulf Coast, Asia, scrapper. What's up, man? How are things? I'm just chilling at home. Ryan's working in the other room. Thought I'd jump on here and see what everybody's doing and maybe update with what's going on in everybody's lives, including ours. Definitely, man. Bob, stick around, brother. Well, we've missed you. Just burn up the curb looking for some goodies. Yeah. You find anything good out there? RV family life. Yes. Yes, this is live. This is live right now. Live, crazy, in charge. Here I am. Here I am. How you guys doing? Now, Juma, how are you, man? How you guys doing? Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. I know it's been a while. It has absolutely been a while. We've had so much stuff going on. Man, I tell you what, I wish it was beautiful weather here. We got cold, rain. If it gets any colder, man, that stuff's going to turn to ice, even more icy, icy. Well, I tell you what, man, that cold stuff, man, it ripped through our whole entire family. We've got kids that are still kind of slowly recovering, grandkids that are slowly. No, Ryan's actually working. She's on calls all day. She might pop in to the live once in a while from her phone. We're currently we are currently staying at our daughter's house because our RV's being worked on. And yes, please hit that like button. Appreciate it, Bob. Good looking out, man. Good looking out. Like I said, I've been out of the case so long I can't remember all the things I'm supposed to be doing. And you know how well I am with multitasking. Oh man, Gulf Coast. I wish it was here. It's like I think it's like 30 degrees outside. We just got done with the rainstorm. So it's just looking outside looks like you don't want to be a part of it. I'd be down for some t-shirt weather, man. You can send that stuff our way for sure. It's good to see everybody though. Like I said, we thought we'd pop on here, start updating with some stuff. Um, Ryan's texting me currently to remind everybody that we are um, doing the Midwest meetup out here with us. It'll be the September 21st through the 27th of 2023. We're going to try to do a big meetup out here. Now, Shanna, how are you? Shanna Banana. How are you doing, young lady? It's so good to see everybody. We should just start doing this again. We kind of miss doing it. Things have just been crazy, crazy busy, working late. A lot of times I don't even know what time I'm going to get off work because we have so many things going on. I mean, up until today, I was getting home like 7 o'clock at night. Um, just trying to make sure everything's ready to go and prepared for the next day. So it's hard to set up live times. Kathleen Kine. I mean, honestly, you might as well send it my way, Kathleen. It'd probably keep me occupied, keep me out of Ryan's hair. A lot of times I go walking in there asking him how much longer she's got to work when I get bored like this. We miss you all too. RV family life. Oh, NOTB. Yeah. Yeah, we talk to them randomly here and there, or I talk to Bill. We used to sit there and compare smoking meats and stuff like that. But yeah, Bill's a hoot, man. I think they're out in Arizona right now. They were smart. They left all this cold weather stuff. They know all about it, man. They're Midwest people just like us. But everything else going all right with everybody? Hey, we got 5 people in here. That's not too bad for just popping up middle of the afternoon. What time is it? It's 11:15, 11:19 here. No, what you did? They are friggin' a blast. We love Sean and Angie. Absolutely love them, man. I tell you what, they are an absolute blast. We first got to hang out with them out in Lawrence, Kansas. We all met out there. They were rolling through. That was a good time. Absolutely good time. Oh, you're in South Carolina. Well, it's not too bad out there. Or how's it, Shanna? How is it out in South Carolina? Yeah, we need to go to Arizona. Full shizzle. We need to go to Arizona. This time of the year is probably beautiful out there. You don't got that 190 million degree weather. ACR Scrapper Man, always good to see you, bro. Always good to see you. So, Shannon, what you got going on today? Everything going on all right out there? Yeah, we've had a rough start to the 2023. If you haven't heard, completely unexpected. Holy moly! 12 degrees in Texas. That's unheard of. Ha! Commander Bacon. What's up, man? What is happening? Hang on one second. Ate that piece of chocolate. Oh, Shanna, you haven't heard. Yeah, we were gonna update with some people about some things, but yeah, the last weekend my truck was stolen with all my tools and no, we didn't get any snow yet. Um, we got we got a dusting like I would say a couple 2 or 3 weeks ago, but I mean it wasn't anything substantial to where we had to worry about it. All right, I'm standing in the kitchen, so I'm now going to move. I was putting my pillowcase together. I had ran out. Speaking of which, I put them together and then I forgot I was supposed to take them. So yeah, Shannon, my truck was stolen. It had pretty much all my tools, um, a bunch of personal stuff. We had put our RV into the shop to be repaired, and so I didn't want to be left without all my tools and stuff. So I pulled everything out so I could have it with me. And last Sunday, Ryan got up to go and put the or take the dog out, take the rat out, and sure enough, there was no truck there anymore. So we filed, a report with the police, and all that jazz. And the truck was at our daughter's house. That's where we're staying at right now, while the RV's being fixed. So, weekend RVing. What's up, man? How you guys doing? So pretty much, I mean, it had every tool that I owned in it. Obviously, the fifth wheel hitch, our propane tanks that we were using for the winter, um, miscellaneous stuff that our kids had got me for holidays, hanging up in there. Um, I had a Esme from RV Kids TV. She had made me this Batman thing out of beads. I had that hanging on the mirror. Um, obviously, all the modifications I did to the truck, my tuner, my car stereo, the stuff I did to the motor, just there was just when you sit down and you start writing down everything as you're panning through the truck, you realize just how much stuff was in there, and it really was just depressing, to be honest with you. Um, Mainly because you realize some of the stuff, like some of the tools and things I've had since I had started working on cars back when I was like 11, 12 years old. Stuff that my uncle had given me when we started working on cars, and some of the tools that I've accumulated and bought myself back then, because obviously I'm at that age where I started to work at 14. So tools that I've had forever. And no, Doug, your Commander Bacon hat is actually in the RV. The only hats that were actually in my truck were some work hats. One that my boss got me, the company hat, um, and then a couple of hats from some of our distributors that I had. So it it just really impacts you. I mean, when it came down to it, because we had decided I'd put the truck up for sale at one point because we wanted to get something bigger, to help with the RV. But we decided that, what, let's go ahead and keep this truck. And I was going to do some more modifications to it. I was going to put um 450 leaf springs on there. I was going to put, or 4,500 pound leaf springs on there. I was going to put a adapter kit on there to turn it into a dually to help with just basically the stability, the side to side stability. Because I mean, obviously this RV was a lot bigger and heavier, and even though you know she could handle it as far as motor, transmission, rear end wise, the leaf springs were pretty worn out, and it was just time to do some upgrades. And I had already had plans to get that stuff ordered and start getting it done when obviously we got up, and there it was gone. And yeah, pretty devastating. And then it is it you know I agree with you, Kathleen. I mean, I hope they do, but the worst part of it all is that it consumes you. Like, I've had things stolen out of my vehicle. Queen mother. Hey lady, how are you? But yeah, I mean, I've had things stolen out of my vehicles, but I've never had a whole vehicle stolen. And it has been, yeah, a true gut punch. It is, and it consumes you because now, as I drive around the city when I'm doing work and stuff, I find myself just searching streets, and every time you see like a maroon vehicle you double take. And oh, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Nettie. It's just yeah. So I mean, like you said, Shannon, it's devastating to you. And you know, I think the worst part of it was a lot of the personal stuff that was in there that I know everybody says can be replaced, but like here's how corn. I know here's how I don't know. I had a stocking hat that my mom had knitted for me every bit of 20 years ago, and that was in there that I wore when it started getting cold. I always wore it, and even though she says I'll just make you another one, it's like, yeah, but it's not the same. It's just not the same. Speaking of, Nettie, how are you guys doing? You guys getting over the nastiness? Yeah, I've been Kathleen, I have been speaking of, there is my queen now popping in. But I have been I've scanned some pawn shops. I've gotten a lot of the stuff sent over to the police. Obviously, in order to find the stuff or be able to get the stuff back at the pawn shop, it's one of those, serial number situations. But, I just don't know. I just have we just have a really the realization that a lot of that stuff is probably gone. I put the car stereo in there that will do a lot of stuff. And um I'm trying to think of, there was just so much in there, dude. There was just so much in there. And that's, I think that was the worst part of it all. But we'll see how it goes. I know the battle with the insurance companies go start. They notified me that because of the fact that we don't have like a renter's or homeowner's insurance, that none of my tools and none of my stuff is covered. So I'm pretty much out of all of that stuff, which is, upwards of almost $5,000 in tools and personal stuff that was in there. And to hear them say, you pay this money to insurance and all this stuff, and then to sit there and hear them. Oh man, Nettie, that is great to hear. Great to hear. I am so glad. We've been praying for you guys and so glad. J&N Travels, how you guys doing? Thanks for popping in. We appreciate it. Thanks for coming in. But you pay all this money to the insurance companies, and then to have them saying, "Oh, by the way, that doesn't cover." So you're like, "Well, why do I pay all this extra money?" And then to find out that I don't what she say. I think like 5 or 6 years ago, insurance companies changed the policies of full coverage to not include your personal stuff in there anymore. Now full coverage is they'll replace the vehicle to the best that it can, but full coverage also means the renter's insurance, or not renter's insurance, but the rental car insurance and roadside assistance and stuff like that. I've already mentioned the meetup. You want me to mention it again? Okay, everybody. I will mention this again. So, we have, yes, Queen Mother, we have decided to launch a what we're going to call the Midwest Meetup. It's basically a meetup with us and um, Jerry and Sherry, and it's going to be out there at Hillsdale Lake where we're all staying. It's going to be September 21st through the 27th. Um, if you want to stay out there with us, we Reserve America is the reservation website. All this information. I think we got a page, or it's on our page, our group page. Well, Shannon, we miss you guys too. I mean, we really do. We want to do more of these. We've been talking about it, but it's just been so crazy, especially towards the end of the year, the first of the year. What Ryan does for a living is like the end of the year and the first of the year are the most craziest times. Oh, Ryan says there's a oh, there she is, the bag lady. Hey, 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 hey. What's up, lady? We were just talking about the meetup. But yeah, we thought, with us being centrally located, that, it might be easier for some people to start, to come from either directions, each coast. So, they can meet us out there, either in passing through going to one way or coming the other way, or, you know, just to visit an area that you guys have not been to. Not to mention you get to see us. I mean, what more do you need? Obviously, when we do it, I'm going to be cooking up a storm. So there'll be lots of food, lots of food. I'm sure Sherry will make some bags and stuff for people. She'll have stuff going on. Yeah, we're not doing this year, last year, and this year. We probably won't be doing a lot of traveling and stuff like that. Um, just with so much going on, we have another child getting married this year, and so we have that going on. But yeah, we would love to see everybody. Oh, there you go. Sure, you said it right. Seeing, cooking, maybe some boating, going out on the lake. There just be some great times, great fellowshipping, and just, I mean, we would just love to see everybody, man. We have missed everybody. We've been just so crazy busy, and life happens. I mean, that's the truth about it. Life just happens. And hey, what's up, Cookie? It will be close. It will be close. It'd be right down the road from you, theoretically. Oh, thank you, Nettie. That would be awesome. You're right. You're right. Life happens, man. It just, so much going on. We have to update a little bit more. I mean, you guys knew about our 5 grandchildren, but we also have 2 new bonus grandchildren coming in with the marriage. So that'll make seven grandchildren so far. 7 grandchildren. Crazy. It's crazy, crazy. And that's our whole life. That's our whole life. Moderators. Yeah, Ryan's on top of it. Like I said, most of the time she does this stuff. She does a lot of this stuff. Right. Well, as you know, man, I have never ever acted my age. Never. I think I'll refuse it. I think even into my old age, I still won't. I refuse. I refuse to grow up because you know what? I'm a Toys R Our kids. Ha! That'll date you. Toys R Us kid. 5 boys, 2 girls, and 1 peanut. Yep. Yeah, we just found out recently that we have another one on the way. How awesome is that? Well, when you get started early, eh, I just couldn't wait. LOL. I just LOL'd on live. You take see how often you text. No, Sherry, we don't. We don't. We don't at all. Refuse. We refuse. We refuse. We refuse. I mean, it's a possibility. It's a possibility. We have two sons that I don't think have any desire for children anytime soon. But so we told the rest of them that they have to make up for them too. Yeah, I mean that's true. That is true. No, Sherry, nothing. I actually talked to the detective yesterday about everything, and there has been no updates. Him and I were talking about all the tools and stuff in the truck, so I had to send a bunch of um, pictures and emails of the tools. Oh, Kathleen, you have no idea. You spoil them and fill them full of sugar, and send them back. As rambunctious as all get out. But actually, what I did because of the fact that I bought so many of my tools from Lowe's and the Cobalt brand that I went up there. I don't know, like the day after the truck was stolen, and walked around Lowe's and took pictures of everything and sent that off to the police. And that was the other. No, are you kidding me? How can they decline? I don't understand how they denied that. They said that um that it was an impact hit, or I know I'm saying it wrong, but well, welcome back, Nettie. Yeah, that's the other discussion that we've been having. Like currently, we are about an hour from all the grandkids and whatnot, and we actually have been contemplating possibly selling the RV and moving back into a bricks and sticks up closer to everybody, just because there is so much going on. We got so many kids in soccer and football and cheerleading now, and and so most weekends we spend up here in the city anyways, at games and events with them. And so we've been talking. We don't know what we're going to do. Yeah, that's crazy. I can't believe they declined it, Sherry. I mean, I really don't, because I mean, when they flat out said that that damage is from a impact, whether it be road worthy or whatever. But yeah, I've heard. No, they denied that as well. Yeah, Kathleen's right. I would. That's a lot. I mean, Sherry, that's a lot of flipping money. A lot of money. Yeah, I think insurance companies pick and choose. But you're right to appeal it, because I think that sometimes they decline it at first and then you got to sit there and fight them on it. See, that's the other thing. I don't we've actually been halfway decent with it. Like when our roof tore on our RV and we put the claim in with our insurance company. I mean, lucky enough when we put the claim in, there was so many damage claims coming through because a storm ripped through the Midwest that they didn't even question it. They replaced it. No questions asked. Um which I mean on our RV, I don't know if you guys heard that our ladder, this is one of the reasons why I was in the shop, but our ladder actually was falling off of the back of the RV. Um, we first put it through as a claim, and they were saying that, something heavy was on it, pointing at me. But I don't use a ladder. Like it only has a 250-pound limit, and obviously I was heavier than that. So I have the fold up ladder, the little giant ladder that um, we use to get up and down off the top of the RV. And the only thing that was on that ladder was our transfer tank. And you can plain as day see how it's coming off. And so we put a claim in, and at first they denied it as far as a warranty deal. And she called back like the lady at the dealership called back like an hour later and said that there was actually a recall on it, but they weren't like putting it out there publicly that there's a recall on these ladders. They were just kind of keep it on the down low, and lucky enough, we fell within that recall thing, and they had to warranty it. So they're actually fixing that. But what they're not fixing is the pipe leak and the water leak from the seals that flooded our bedroom and all the water damage. They did replace the seal. He did call me and tell me that they are replacing the seal and putting a better one up there. But the Forest River actually denied, or East to West, whoever does the warranty stuff, they actually denied our claim on that. So that's probably, I've heard so many goods and bads, man. That's the sad part about it, is that I've heard so many goods and bads of Forest River, and that's when we found out that they were the mother company over the East and West line. We thought, oh man, we should be all right. And really, we've had so many claims on different stuff from the manufacturers and stuff that were denied. It's been insane, been absolutely insane. Like it hurts your feelings because obviously with this one, yeah. Oh my lord, Nettie, that's and I think that's the scary part, is that with every insurance company, you hope for the best, or these manufacturers of RVs, they you sit there and you put all this faith and everything into them, and hope that you're getting a good product. And we realized that when we bought this one, that it was at the end of the pandemic and they're trying to catch up, and these things are being flown out the door, being put together. And a lot of the stuff that we put in through, as far as claims, were just simple manufacturer stuff, like, dude, let's just make this right. There's no way. You're right. I am distracted. I don't know why I keep looking at it. I keep hearing it buzz off or say something, and all right, I put it down. Ah, Sherry, golly. That just blows me away. Oh my lord. See, that's the scary part, man. It just insurance companies suck. They either suck or they'll be really good. And it's I guess it's just how it is these days. I mean, the customer service and quality of products and taking care of the people have just flown out the door all for the mighty dollar. Like they just want to collect money from us, and then when it comes to an actual, event like these, like Cherry and Jerry with their RV, or that couple you were just talking about, now they're like, why do we pay this money? Please enlighten me on why I pay all this money when you guys are not going to take care of us when we need you to. Yeah, sure. That's and you guys don't have the hotel expense like you guys got hit with before. I know how expensive that gets, man. That stuff just sucks. That just sucks. So yeah, that's kind of how our 2023 has started out. Uh, some repairs being done. Ouch. Some repairs doing being done to the RV. They won't cover the rest, so I don't know what I'm going to do about that. If I'm going to, oh, Sherry, I'll probably have to borrow Jerry and tear out a closet and replace stuff because he knows how to do all that stuff. And no, Sherry, we've had a rough 2023 start. That is for sure. We don't even know how we're going to get our RV home. We don't. The guy um, guy down at the dealership called and said, "Hey, your compartment door finally came in. It's been a year to get this compartment door um, replaced, so they're fixing that." And I told him, I said, "Right now, there's no rush, dude, because I don't have any way of getting it home." So it's like that's another thing I got to work on is trying to figure out how to we're going to get that back home. And oh, really, Sherry? Is this a memo you guys have been working on and forgot to tell me about? But no, I really need help with ah Felix. What's up? Happy place. How are you doing? How are you doing? Oh, people. So, yes, we have just keep sharing Jerry in your prayers. Quite a expensive, rough start to the first of the year. That is for sure. Rayleigh, Rayleigh, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Yeah, this is what happens when you're home from work and your wife has to work, and so you get bored and you're wondering what you need to do, and yeah, you go live. Well, Sherry, we'll definitely have to talk to you about that and figure out what you guys have put in place because I honestly have not put a rush on picking it up because the last thing I had talked to a buddy of mine who I know has a truck and a fifth wheel hitch, but it hasn't really panned out. It's crazy because you get some people that offer, and then when you go to ask them, oh well, I got this going on right now. So yes, Cookie, it is typical Kyle logic. Why not go live? I thought about going live the other day. I was actually just driving around and thought I'd go live and see how everybody's doing. But no, I appreciate y'all coming in. Everything seems to be Mel Nettie and them are on the mend, so that's good to hear. Sherry and Jerry got a battle on their hands. We've got a battle on our hands. Oh, Michael did say that he would help me out. I forgot all about that. I'll definitely have to reach back out to him and figure out when we can do that. Kathleen, thank you so much for stopping by. It was always good to see you. Yeah, go eat some lunch. I made us a little burrito a little earlier. I had a leftover. I got a torta yesterday, I think, that was full of so much meat I couldn't eat the whole thing. Distracted. You know, way too distracted. But Mitch has been way busy. I talked to him about it yesterday, and he didn't know when he'd have time. He had too much stuff going on. So yeah, Mitch definitely offered, but he is a busy, busy, busy man. Busy man. Yes, Sherry, that is awesome. That is so good to hear. Boy, preach, Rayleigh. It is. It's you know one of the hardest things. One of the hardest things that I fought when they took my truck was not resorting back to what we classify like a old me situation, because I was so torn about calling on old contacts to start hunting these people down, and to sit there and not get pulled into that old self was tough. And what made it even tougher was the love and generosity that friends and family have shown since then, with everything, and accepting that's been a rough part. But yeah, and keeping your faith and hoping that everything comes out okay, and believing that it will be okay, that's a tough part. But you have to. You're right, Blaine Rayleigh. Black tank situations. That is true. It is. This is one of those gnarly, been left sitting for like a week, maybe two black tank situations. You're right, Sherry. You're right. I mean, there's always hitting. It's like a well, what was funny? We were joking about it, and we were talking like, because the thought of maybe giving up the whole RV life thing was brought onto the table, and then the truck disappears, and so the joke was that God heard us talking about it and decided to kind of jumpstart the situation, and we were like, dude, so you gotta let a brother know something. Can't just throw that at me. I mean, come on now. So yeah, it's a hope. It's a hope that something really good comes out of this. And from a man's point of view, that's spent his life working on cars and having tools, having to restock all those, man, that just sucks, bro. You accumulate them over so many years. And when I was thinking about that, I had a handful of tools in there since I was friggin' 15 years old, and you're like, dude, you can't replace those. I had a pair of dikes that I called Old Faithful because those bad boys would not die. And they have helped me out of so many situations that, a bolt that I couldn't get out or loose or whatever else, yet somehow those things always were able to do it. Yep, gone. Oh yeah, gut check, Shanna. Gut check. It was a gut check for sure. But like I said earlier, I said the most I think the worst part about it is how it consumes you. Like driving around and looking everywhere, and you're driving down streets and neighborhoods that you never even think about driving to without a purpose, and now all of a sudden you're just yeah, and that's Felix, that's what my mom has told me and everybody, and it's like stuff that could be replaced, and and I get it. It just looking at it from the blessing part of it, that none of us were hurt, like none of us were in the car when it happened, and someone tried to steal it that way. That actually, Sherry, it's funny you say that. True story, Rayleigh. True story. True story. Yeah, not. I'm trying, brother. I try every day. And oh, Sherry. So yesterday I was driving around, and I'd gone down into our old industrial area that where I actually used to work, and I was driving down the street, and just happened to glance to my right down this dead end street, and sure enough, there was a maroon truck down at the end that was kind of blocked in by other vehicles, almost like they were like trying to hide it. So I literally pulled over, I backed up, and I was looking down the street, and I was like, all right, so do I go look? Do I, you know, mention this to the detective? What do I do? And sure enough, man, the old part of me came over, and I was like, no, they're not getting away with this. And I backed up and I started pulling down the street. Now, this is a basically, I drove down this street and there were so many cars on both sides that I had to back all the way back out. But I drove all the way down the street, and the closer I got, it turned out to be an old Chevy. And I was like suddenly because as you're getting closer, your stomach's getting in knots and everything else. And I'm thinking, dude, what's gonna break loose when I get down here? Because obviously, if that's my truck, I'm gonna lose my mind. And oh man, nope, I got down there close, and it wasn't. It was an old Chevy sitting down there. Um, no, it wasn't. It was not taken from the RV park. I know somebody. Oh, Nettie. No, it wasn't taken from the RV park. It was taken from in front of our daughter's house because we're staying down here. Shit, my lord! I can't believe you went there. Dun dun dun. Like that movie. Oh, there's been a couple of them like that, huh? There's been a couple of them like that. Yeah, that's one of the advantages is that I had the right, said Google. Pig farm. Uh no, it's funny. Um that was one of the most distinctive things that the officer said that should stand out is the Betty Ross flag on the back of the truck. But then again, you know, I know that's the sad part, isn't it? I'd probably set up the phone like to record the whole incident. Makes for good content. That's YouTube famous. Nettie, thank you so much for stopping by. It was so good to see you again. Tell Mel hi for us. Hope you guys are well. And keep in mind the meetup, the Midwest meetup. Make sure you get that on the calendar. Our vision. What's up? What's up, peeps? How you guys doing? Sean and Angie's into his house. What is going on, man? The dates. All right, Cookie. The dates are, I got to bring it up again. 21st through the 27th. Oh, he did? David's a good guy. Dave and Tanya. Man, I tell you what, good people. How's those girls doing, by the way? We miss them. Have they gotten their dropping the vegetables on the ground under control after being sautéed? Yeah, and that I actually, Rayleigh, I actually stopped and talked to a tow yard because a lot of people were saying, "Hey, check tow yards," and kind of asked them how everything proceeds through that whole scenario. And they said normally, if they find an abandoned vehicle, cops are called first, and then tow companies are called after that. Stealing all the vegetables, yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way for sure. But um, they basically said that regardless, the cops will be called first. But 90 every time that they've picked up a vehicle, it's been stripped of everything. I mean, that's just going to be a reality that everything that was in it is going to be gone. Um, we were riding our bikes, just stopped in at the Blue Quail and having or what? Cream of what? Cream of jalapeno. Holy moly. I mean, that sounds amazing and spicy all at the same time. Yes, meetup page. Everybody, spread the word. Meetup. We're doing a Midwest meetup, dude. We would love to see as many people as we could out here. That would be awesome. I tell you, sometimes when you talk about these little places, sometimes they have the most awesome things in it, history. Yeah, for sure. Of course, if I'm thinking it's wrecked, it's probably been run into a tree. I was trying to scan back through and see if I'd missed anything. I got my new glasses, so now I'm like trying to make sure they're still working all right, that I can see everything. But Ryan's right. This has been awesome. I mean, just seeing everybody, talking to everybody. I should do this more often, especially what if I'm out driving around all day. I'll just do a pop up live and see everybody coming in. It's funny you say that because one of the one of the little rivers that run through like KCK has, when the lack of rain, it's been obviously going down and down. And there was actually 3 cars found in there recently. So yeah, I mean, there's so many different scenarios that could take place. I just yeah, yeah. That's what I do too, especially when I pass up my exit and then it yells at me for recalculating. But we've thought about making it to where it yells at you and says, "You know what? You find your own way. You're not going to follow my directions." Doug, so I saw the video the other day. I was going to tell you this. I saw the video the other day and how big them friggin' pigs have gotten. Holy moly, those things are monstrous. Right. Yes. I didn't even think about that. Felix, let's get Jesse. I've got mine. Let's head down to the rivers. We'll see if we can find our truck. We'll magnet fish. Obviously, if the magnets get attached to it, we probably won't be able to pull it up. But shoot, Doug, I might have to come down there and start collecting eggs with the price of eggs around here. Oh, well, see, there you go. Me, Jesse, and Jerry. We'll start hitting the rivers and lakes and see if we can find the truck. That'll be the way to go. Wouldn't that be something else? Dang. You went from video, look at my pigs, to now they're bacon. Woo! Really? That is massive. That's a good question. I don't know how much that truck weighed. Oh, I don't know. That Big Mag you got, I think, could pull up friggin' a NASA shuttle. That big old Mama Jama. I know, right? Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know what has happened with these whole egg thing. How insane that's gotten. I know it makes you want to drive back down there. Makes us drive back down there and sit there and load up on bacon and pork. What 40 pounds of bacon? Doug, what you could do is that for the meetup, you guys could come up and bring a hunk of pork shoulder fresh off the pig, and I'll smoke that bad boy. That would be something. That would be something. 40 pounds of bacon. I think I'd go through that in about a week. I'd wrap everything in bacon. I wouldn't even care. Pop Tart wrapped in bacon. Peanut butter jelly sandwich wrapped in bacon. I know, right, Sherry? We should just we should just build a little friggin' chicken coop over by your guys' spot and just start having chickens. Sean, I don't think there's anything you don't record. Doug, you need to figure that out. Do not lose any butts. Nothing sucks more than losing a butt. I know. I know because mine slid down the back of my thighs. Mine's completely gone. uh, boy, Rayleigh, I tell you what, you would be. You'd be selling a egg for $10 a piece. Well, Felix, I believe that from you, but I think Jesse would go ahead and make up your difference. But no, Ryan and I actually talked about chickens. Like if we had an actual bricks and sticks getting chickens. I mean, we thought about a couple of things, bricks and sticks and getting chickens and whatnot for just simple little stuff. Wait a minute, you're not cutting them yourself? Sherry, wait a minute, you're not cutting Oscar yourself? What the heck's up with that? And what do you mean wake him up? Jerry's still asleep? Holy moly. Yeah, Felix, that's what I need to start doing is as I'm driving around, start looking for the local people that have got, eggs for sale. But yeah, guaranteed Jesse would friggin' annihilate that bacon. He'd probably put all that in one sandwich. Yeah, I think the price of everything has gone through the roof. Yeah, sure. That's what I was thinking. Get a cow. Shoot. But we'll talk to you later, Sherry. Well, as carnivores, we do help the vegan community by stopping the animals from eating their food. Wow. Wow, Rayleigh. That's hysterical. Ask her if that's one inside and one outside. Yeah, Shanna, that would be a hefty sandwich. But you know what? I keep my faith in Jesse that he would annihilate that like no one's business. I've seen that man eat, and I tell you what, I don't know where he puts it. It, I, I consider myself a pretty big dude, especially next to Jesse. But where that man puts that food is beyond my comprehension. I know, Felix, ain't that right? Yeah, really. That's funny. Yes, I'm sure they did. They make fine ribeyes and beef rib. That's hysterical. Secondhand vegan. That's a fair statement. A fair title. Didn't eat much of the. Well, okay, let's. You're right, Felix. He said, David. He said, "Deuces. You snooze, you lose. You walked away." Okay, so Doug, as far as Jesse eating at the buffet, I'm sure there's a difference between food at a restaurant and food, made at home. To me, there's definitely a whole different taste. I mean, one night that man would have eaten 50 tacos, but generously he gave up some of those tacos because, I didn't get as many. He does have a heart and will give up food at certain moments. And if Felix says he had 3 plates of food, man, that's a lot of food on a plate. He doesn't just put a few things here and there. That's 3 piled up plates of food. Shanna, you know what? I wonder if they talked to Jesse and was like, dude, you'll destroy our profits. Can you just slow it down this evening? So yeah, maybe the buffet actually paid Jesse to not eat as much that night. Who's leaving? Is Blaine leaving? Everybody's leaving? Bye, Rayleigh. Appreciate you stopping by, brother. Tell the family hi for us. Love you guys. Highland Homestead, welcome, man. Welcome. Thanks for stopping in. And you're right. Getting meat. Um I installed cable for a guy way back in the day who had just slaughtered a cow or processed a cow. And do that. He gave me some of the meat to do some extra things, install some extra stuff for around his house. And dude, it was probably the best beef I've had. I mean, there's just nothing better. True statement. True statement. Oh, Chinese buffet. Yeah, I'll tear one of them up. I'm all over the place with that. Holy crap, I've been on here for over an hour. Holy moly. So let's see. Have I covered everything? We've talked about the truck being stolen. We've talked about the RV still in the shop, having stuff worked on. We've talked about the meetup. Everybody's got the meetup. Put that in your calendar. Um, I mean, oh, David, any day, brother. Man, we'll go to town. Yeah, I don't. Jesse doesn't do Jesse doesn't do Chinese, so I'd beat him at that. Everything else is pretty much on the table. Man, that taco night, that was something else, man. I tell you what, I think I still got that TikTok where he had like you made him like I think there was 10 tacos on that plate, and I looked over when he got started. I ate like two of mine. I looked over and he had all his gone. Yes, David, the Midwest meetup. Oh, Shannon, you got that right. And Highland, it's never late, never too late, never too late. Yeah, David, I hope you and the family can make it. That would be awesome to see you guys again. Hey, Ryan, not crying. Because actually, Jesse shared his tacos. Well, no, I just Felix, I wouldn't expect you guys to stay the whole week, but you gotta at least come up for a day or two. Come up and do your weekend deal like you normally do. Fine. Jesse shared because I was crying about all the taco shells being gone. I did. I looked pretty pathetic that night. Can't lie. I looked pretty pathetic that night. For sure. I had that sad puppy holding my empty plate. Please, sir, could I have some more? Well, it has been over an hour. I think we covered everything. I do appreciate everybody coming in and keeping me company for a little while. Oh, that's right, Sean. You told us. Dude, I love Highland Homestead. I tell you what, I love venison. Absolutely love venison. Um, our son-in-law sometimes goes hunting. And he brings home a bunch and gives it to me that I can. Man, I tell you what, I've made some magical meals with venison. Freaking love it. And Felix, I wouldn't have it any other way. But I'm gonna let you guys go. Like I said, it's been over an hour. I thank you so much, everybody, for coming in. Um, Definitely keep us in our prayers. Keep Jerry and Sherry in your prayers. Um, Rough start to 2023, but as Rayleigh said, I mean, there's got to be a blessing somewhere hidden in this, and we're hoping for the best. So keep in faith that something positive comes out of it. Remember the meetup. Go check out the page. Sherry and Felix and Nettie, I believe, have all dropped it in the links in the chat. Um, Let us know if you'd be able to make it. Make sure to get your reservation in early. And we absolutely love you guys. Thank you again. And we will talk to you guys soon. Deuces.